All around the world, there appears to be reports and strange legends of terrifying monsters and peculiar encounters that have left many questioning the very nature of our world. These encounters are often impossible to explain and beg deeper questions surrounding the possibility of far stranger entities. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be going over 5 mysterious monster encounters that can't be explained and what they could mean for the people of whom have encountered them. The Lizardman of Scape or Swamp. Back in 1988, a 17-year-old local resident known as Christopher Davis claimed that as he was driving near the location of Scape or Swamp, he struck a creature that was described as being green, completely wet, 7 feet tall, had the skin of a lizard, possessed 3 fingers on both hands, had wide glowing red eyes, and was covered from head to toe in snake-like scales. This creature would later be referred to by locals as the Lizardman of Scape or Swamp, and further sightings of the creature would continue for years to come. Though many claimed to have spotted the creature, even occasionally having direct encounters on the roads located nearby the Scape or Swamp, others claimed that they had even encountered the Lizardman more than a few miles away from the swamp. This would eventually lead to so many sightings of the creature that a local radio station known as WCOS offered a $1 million reward to anybody that could capture the creature alive and bring it to the radio station. Though many people believed it to be nothing more than a publicity stunt, the seriousness of the creature would later be the focus of the nearby military base, as an airman known as Kenneth Orr that worked at the nearby Shaw Air Force Base would go on to file a police report claiming that he had encountered the Lizardman located off of Highway 15 and shot the creature. He believed he had fatally wounded the creature but couldn't locate its body. Despite the police report and the proof of a number of scales and blood being found at the location, Kenneth Orr was arrested for claims of an unlawful carry of a weapon and attempting to file false police reports. This has led many to believe that though the military may be actively hunting and looking for the creature, they are also working to cover up the existence of the Lizardmen to prevent mass panic. The Ayia Napa sea monster. According to locals and tourists visiting the region of Cyprus, there appears to be a strange sea monster that is often referred to as the Owly sea monster or the Cyprus Loch Ness monster. This creature is more commonly known by the locals in the area as the Ayia Napa sea monster, named after an old Greek mythological beast that was said to inhabit the Mediterranean Sea. The creature has been described as being that of a large crocodile in shape, but with the body similar to that of a plesiosaur. Additionally, fishermen have often claimed to spot this creature pulling at their large nets when pulling in a bountiful catch, or even swimming close by the boats in an attempt at being fed. The Ayia Napa sea monster, in Greek myth, is described as having a completely different look, however, to that of the modern-day sightings of the creature. In old myths, the monster was described as having the top half of a beautiful woman, a long serpent's body and tail, and a plethora of other heads that stretched off of the body of the woman that formed heads in the shape of dogs. Despite the fact that this creature in myth resembles nothing of the modern-day sightings of the creature, it still holds the name due to the written claims of numerous news outlets in the region wanting to compare it to the old Greek myths. Today, sightings of the creature persist that have even led some fishermen to take tourists out on the boat to do Cyprus Loch Ness monster sightings, where the captain will spend the day searching for the creature with a number of passengers. The Australian Bunyip. Described as one of the strangest creatures in Aboriginal myth, the Bunyip of Australia seems to be a monster that borders more on the supernatural than on the natural or cryptozoological. Though many Aboriginal drawings will depict a panther-like creature as the Bunyip, the truth surrounding the Bunyip is that the creature has no true physical form and has the ability to shapeshift into a creature of any kind. This has led many of the Aboriginal people telling stories of the Bunyip taking strange forms such as that of a large flying starfish, a creature with large tusks, and the face of a dog. A number of strange forms that seem to be an amalgamation of a number of creatures and even that of a large man. Its normal form is believed to be nothing more than a strange ball of light that leads many to believe that perhaps the creature is more of a manifested spirit with the ability to take physical forms of any kind. Additionally, the spirit is believed to live in the waters of Australia, usually having surfaced or exited from a body of water such as a river, lake, or shoreline. Though the majority of the information surrounding the Bunyip is that gathered from stories and legends of the Aboriginal people, there has also been a number of reports from old British trade ships during the first days of inhabiting the Australian area, leading to a number of written reports surrounding the dangers of the creatures and encounters from merchants and officers. This has led many to believe that perhaps there was some sort of violent creature that targeted ships or movement in the water, though researchers are uncertain what it could have been. Today, there are still reports on the Bunyip creature all throughout Australia, leaving many to wonder that perhaps the creature is still residing in the waters in the modern era. The Cornish Owl Man. The creature known as the Cornish Owl Man goes by many different names, but all accounts describe him to be similar in appearance to that of an owl the size of a large man, and with a howl that sounds like a sustained hoot in a deep tone. The first reported encounter of the Cornish Owl Man was made by the writer and published author Tony Doc Shields, that had already been a member of the Penwith Society of Arts Committee before his first encounter. According to his report, he was following up on a story of two young girls of whom claimed to have seen the Owlman creature perched atop an old church in Mornan back on the 17th of April in 1976. After looking into this report, he would write about not only encountering the creature himself, but that the creature would go on to plague his life, his friends, and members of his family. This led many to believe that the stories written by Tony Doc Shields were nothing more than a hoax perpetrated by family members and friends. This would lead to him completely ignoring any personal sightings of friends and family and refusing to report or talk about the creature anymore. His encounters would later be proven as legitimate as, many years later, a number of other individuals would report seeing the creature even up until the modern day, all describing the creature similarly as a big owl with pointed ears, glowing red eyes, black pincer-like claws, and the size of a tall man. Today, no one really knows how or why the creature targeted Tony Doc Shields and his family and friends. Encounters with Bigfoot. There are many areas stretching across North America that are often referred to as being hotspots for the sightings of the Sasquatch, as reported by the Bigfoot community. According to many Bigfoot experts, these concentrated areas get the highest amount of reports of a Sasquatch creature and can span over the course of several years with recurring sightings of the creature. This appears to be the case when analysing the footage taken on two separate occasions by two separate individuals at the exact same location in the Utah Hills near Provo Canyon. Back in early 2012, a hiker noticed a large Sasquatch creature sitting on the side of the hill and seemingly playing with a small tree. He quickly turned on his camera and made a noise which caused the Sasquatch to stand up, attempt to hide behind the thin trees, and begin throwing rocks at the cameraman. Many Bigfoot experts claim the footage to be genuine given the elongated arms indicating that the creature could not have been a man in a suit due to the fact that it picks up large rocks and throws them a great distance, a behaviour reported in many other Bigfoot encounters. Shortly after, the cameraman begins running away in fear of the Bigfoot creature. Interestingly enough, a few months later, in October of 2012, in the exact same spot, a brother and a sister spot a large furry beast sitting on the side of the hill and took out their cameras believing it to be a large black bear. As they got closer, the creature stood up and began making screeches similar to that of a large gorilla. Though the footage lasts no more than a minute, the quality of the video evidence shows the exact same location as the previous footage and shows the creature standing at a towering 10 feet tall. Not only does this help to prove the authenticity of the previous footage, but proves that the area in and around Provo Canyon appears to be a hotspot location for Bigfoot activity. But what do you all think of these strange and almost supernatural encounters with strange monsters that cannot be explained by even the most brilliant minds from all over the world? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.